Hi guys, in the video we're going to focus on fractions. So let's start with this simple topic on algebra fractions. Now if you are asked what is fractions, what is a fraction? Okay, now the fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole. So the fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole. Okay, it consists of a numerator, and a denominator. Okay, so fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole. It consists of a numerator and a denominator. Okay, so for example, if we draw a cycle, let's see. Let's draw a cycle. Okay, this is our cycle, as you can see. And then we divide the cycle into 3 parts. Okay, this cycle divided into 3 parts. This is a whole cycle but divided into 3 parts. And then let's shade this part, because that part will be the shaded part of the cycle. Okay, this cycle, this is the shaded part. This cycle divided into 3 parts, and this is the shaded part. So this cycle is equal to 1 over 3. That means the entire cycle has 3 parts. The whole cycle has 3 parts, and then it has 1 shaded part. So this becomes 1 over 3. That is part of a whole. This the part of the whole. It becomes a fraction right away. So the part of the whole cycle that been shaded is 1. So the entire cycle becomes 1 over 3 in the fraction form. And this one is our numerator. This is our denominator. Okay. We have types of fraction. Type of fractions. Okay. Another type we have proper fraction. We have proper fraction number 1. Proper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator is less than the denominator. For example, we have 1 over 2. This is proper fraction because the numerator here is less than the denominator. I mean the denominator is greater than the numerator. It becomes proper fraction. You have improper fraction. Improper fraction. Okay. There is a fraction in which the numerator is greater than the denominator. For example, if we have something like 4 over 3, this becomes improper because you see that this numerator is greater than the denominator. So this fraction becomes improper fraction. And also have number 3, we have mixed fraction. For example, it will give you something like 2 whole number 1 over 3. This fraction becomes a mixed fraction because this has a whole number attached to the part of this number, part of the whole. So this is a whole number and this is a fraction. So in the case, this fraction becomes what? Mixed fraction. Okay. So let's look at a few examples on fraction. Let's look at a few examples on a fraction. Example. I can do solving problem. Okay. Let's look at the example number 1. If we have something like 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4. Now this is addition fraction 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4. In the case, you see that this is fraction plus another fraction. And this fraction does not have the same denominator. Here, this is 2, and here this is 4. So you can solve this 2 ways. So let's take method 1. Take this to be method 1. On method 1, if you see that this fraction does not have the same denominator, what do? You cross multiply. You're going to multiply like this. You're going to multiply like this. Then you multiply the numerator by numerator. I got denominator by denominator. So in the case, we can say 1 times 4 give us 4. There's a plus between here, so it becomes plus. 2 times 3 give us 6. All over. We want to have one denominator, so you're going to multiply the denominator by denominator. That is 2 times 4. And this give us 8. Okay, so you're going to add 4 plus 6, and then this give us 10 over 8. This fraction is improper. Okay, so you can reduce it. You can simply reduce it by saying, because 2 can go into 10 5 times, 2 go into 8 4 times. So this fraction becomes 5 over 4. You can still reduce it into mixed fraction, okay, because this fraction is improper. You can still reduce it into mixed fraction. So you can simply divide. You say 4 divided by 5 equal to 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4, so 5 minus 4 is 1. So it becomes 1 all over 4. So this becomes, and so that is 1 whole number 1 over 4. To prove that you can still multiply, you take the denominator, you multiply by the numerator. I got the whole number, and you add the numerator to it. It will still bring back here. That is 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Become 5 over 4 also. So this is our answer. Then I go to method 2. Method 2. On method 2, we found what we call LCM. Find the LCM. That means the least common multiple. So if you look at where can we get the least common multiple is in the denominator. We got 2, we got 4. What is the LCM between 2 and 4? It's 4, okay? Because 2 can divide 4 equal over any remainder, and 4 can divide itself equal over any remainder. Or another way, you can lay the factor of 2, lay the factor of what? 4. The factor of a number meaning what are those numbers can divide that particular number, or what are those numbers that when divided by a number there will be no remainder. So if we list the factor of 2, we say 1 can divide 2, 2 can divide 2, okay? It's a factor of 2. But in short, we look at 2 and 4, we say 2 here can divide itself equally over any remainder, and 2 can divide 4 equally over any remainder also. So, but 4 can divide 2 over a remainder, it will end decimal notation. So between the two numbers, the LCM is what? 4. So now you're going to write a long line, you write 4 here. Okay. Then you take the 4. You say 4, let's write the fraction here, 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4. Say 4 times this number. That is 4 times 1 is 4. Divided by 2 is 2 times. Plus 4 times 3 here is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3 times. So you'll get 3 plus 2 give us 5 over 4. Still bring it back to the same 5 over 4. Your answer will still be 1 over number 1 over 4. It's method 2. Okay? So let's go to another example. Example number 2 on a fraction. If we have something like 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2. Okay? In a case, if you know that the denominator are the same, what do? You add a numerator. If this or if a subtraction is subtract a numerator. So you know that we have 2 here, we have 2 here. You take 1, 2. One of the denominator, which is 2. So this becomes 1 plus 3 divided by 2. Making 1, 2, you add a numerator. So this becomes 1 plus 3 is 4 all over 2. So 4 divided by 2 is just 2. Go that the denominator are the same, so you add a numerator. Or in the B part, if we just have something like 3 over 5 minus 1 over 5. Okay, so here we know that the denominator are the same. So what we do? We subtract from the numerator. So this becomes 3 minus 1 all over 5. We take 1 of the denominator. So this will be equal to 3 minus 1 is what? 2. So this becomes 2 over 5. And this fraction is what? Proper fraction. Become proper fraction. Because if you still divide it, you get decimal notation. So remain this way. Okay? Let's go to question number 3. Problem number 3. If we have something like, for example, 1 over 2 times 3 over 5. Okay? Now, this is a multiplication. So, according to the rule of multiplication, fraction times fraction, you're going to multiply the numerator by numerator, and you multiply the denominator by denominator. So, in the case, our problem becomes 1 times 3 all over 2 times 5. So, this becomes 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 5 is what? 10. So, answer becomes 3 over 10. Anything you see fraction multiply by fraction, what you going to do? You multiply the numerator times the numerator, the denominator times the denominator, then you get a single fraction. If there's a possibility to reduce it, but here we don't have number that can divide 3 and divide 10 equally. So we'll leave it this way. And this fraction is called proper fractions. Okay. And number 4, example number 4, if we have something like, for example, 2 over 4 divided by 3 over 4. Okay, so in a case, we have a division sign between the two fractions. And the rule say, before you simplify, you have to change this division sign to multiplication. And if you change this sign, for example, this becomes 2 over 3 times. This division sign is changed to multiplication sign. But as we change this sign, the fraction, the last fraction will be affected. That means there will be a reciprocation in the last fraction. Reciprocation simply means this denominator will go up and the numerator will come down. So in the case, it becomes 4 over 3. Okay? We got 2 over 4 times 4 over 3. That means the 3 here in the numerator will come down in the denominator, and the 4 in the denominator will go up in the numerator. So in the case, you can just do a cancellation. 4 and 4 cancel. Is the 1, this is the 1. So here, since this is a multiplication, multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. So this becomes 2 times 1 is just 2. 1 times 3 is just 3. So answer becomes 2 over 3. So thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you once again.